This lecture is on how to use the fluorimeter to measure the fluorescence of green fluorescent protein. It's not all that relevant in this lab class to measure the fluorescence of the solution of green fluorescent protein. If the protein is already dissolved in the solution, our most accurate way of measuring the concentration will be to use the absorbance at 397 nanometers of wavelength in the spectrophotometer. However, the bacteria cells, you can measure the fluorescence inside the bacteria cells that when the protein is not yet purified. So that's a good way of approximating how much protein you have inside the cells that you've produced as in your fermentation process. Okay? So to actually measure the fluorescence, the first thing you need is obviously the fluorimeter. Okay. I know this doesn't look very expensive, but it cost me $1,800. It's a PicoFluor Turner Designs fluorimeter. Okay. And it has a cuvette holder in it. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn it on where it says on. Okay. And it turns on. That's very encouraging because that means the batteries are not dead yet. All right. And what we need now is a cuvette. Now these cuvettes, as you will notice, have 4 optically clear sides. They look exactly the same on from every direction. Okay. So here's the tricky part that you need to remember is that you need to have at least 3 milliliters of liquid in your cuvette for this fluorimeter. All right. That's the trouble with having the 4 optically clear sides. The spectrophotometer cuvettes are fine because they're skinny and you just can use them only in one direction. Okay. So now I'm going to clean that off, nice and clean. I'm going to put it in here, and it shouldn't read. There shouldn't really be any value. But I stick it in here, and now on here I'm going to press read, and it flashes reading. Okay, and it reads 0.874, which is good because that's just water. All right. So now, just to get a measurement and to convince myself that in fact this thing is working, is we are going to take a little bit of this solution of green fluorescent protein, and I'll show you. It's a concentrated solution. I don't actually know how much is in here, but I'm just going to show you. See that if you shine the ultraviolet light on it, it glows green. Okay, so if you put this concentration of fluorescence in the fluorimeter, it won't work. It'll be outside of the dynamic range of the instrument. Okay, but let's try, just for the heck of it, we'll try 30. Oops. Okay, we're going to try 30 microliters of this into that 3 milliliters of liquid. All right, let's just try. Let's see what we get. This in here. 30 microliters. It might not be enough, but so the trick is here. Now this is going to be much less fluorescent than since we've diluted it. Okay. Read. Reading, reading, reading. Reading, reading, reading. Okay. It reads 368. All right. Now the challenge with this particular fluorimeter is that you have to be in the linear dynamic range of the instrument, okay? So I believe you can go up to about 800 for the number to be within. So from 0 to 800 is the accurate region. If you stay too far down close to 0, you're going to get a lot more error. So this is actually right smack dab in the middle of where the measurements are good, okay? So just so you get a sense of the difference in the fluorescence, if I shine the ultraviolet light on this cuvette now, you can see here, if I put this here, you see, I don't know if you can even see any green in there, but if you can see that there's a little hint of fluorescence in the cuvette, which is, and I took just 30 microliters of this into 3 milliliters of water. So it's significantly more dilute, and that's what you need to do to get accurate measurements in the fluorimeter. Thank you.